So hello, let's talk about Inkarnate and some tips and tricks with it. So we will create a battle map today and we will select just a square one. We will not do a 20 by 20 map because this is slightly big. Just want to show a few things. So we come here in our grid and we will make it 10 by 10 should be all right. This is water. So we will fill this with land. Great stuff. Let's save this map just to avoid losing progress. So I selected the 2K version because later on I can export this in HD, in 4K or even 8K. So 2K should be alright, and also this is a small map. Great, so we will do like nothing very realistic just to show you, but we'll do a room in the middle of like the wilderness. So like a cabin or something, a very small cabin. So we'll grab a wooden walls. That's all right, I think. So this is going to be a, yeah, I think 3 by 3 should be all right. So let's zoom this in to, yeah, to better align this. Yeah, I wanted it perfectly, but it's not gonna work completely perfectly, but it's all right. Something you can do if you want, though it can mess up with the asset, is in transform. You can do like this or like this, right? But like I said, it can mess with it, so it's not always the best option. So yeah, we'll do a 3 by 3 cabin actually. So that's all right. Just to have something. Oh, random stamps. Great stuff. Yeah, so something we'll have to do is even something I may have to remove one of these guys here. Like, yeah. So in this case specifically, we can do this when it's only a little bit, it's all right. And here we can also do like this. Oops. Great, okay. Great stuff. So before we paint this floor, we need to paint this floor here. So let's talk about blending textures. So this is a nice texture, but we can put some other kind of stuff. So we will reduce like the opacity to maybe 50%. And then do like select foreground and do some stuff like this. So we have like different textures and it's not like all the same. Then we want a dirt one. And here is something about the size of this texture. So I want it smaller, for example, and I need to increase the opacity. And you will see that maybe this is not the best texture. So maybe what we could do here, yeah, we'll remove a bit of these things that are not so nice. Okay, so we have like a little path here. And what else could we do about this texture? Let's see if there is anything else. Yes, so there are many textures, right? You have to learn them. I think something that could be nice somewhere here is that if we have some moss as well, so let's just put some moss. We have to check the size of the moss. Looks all right. So here I removed the softness because I want to like hard paint that. Then you have to be very specific about how it goes. Okay. Make sure that you complete the the asset. So yeah, you have some moss in here. Could put some rocks, but we'll do this afterwards. So let's first make sure that the ground is all right. So something else that is important to mention is the following. We will put a very, very, very tiny lake. Okay. So for that, we will select the circle, not the edge. Do not use that one. Okay, so we will go like this. We'll do a very small lake, more like a pond, right? Just make sure that the border is all right. Whoops, we can fix that later on. Okay, so we could tweak this stuff a little bit more, like this. Okay, great. So now we will remove these effects there. See? And we will use water, of course. We'll put like, I don't know, this one here. And then maybe it's a pond and it's more dense at the middle, so put it a little bit darker in the middle. Yep. So a very quick trick when you want to do something at the bottom. So let's say you want to put some stones. I really like this one here in regards to stones, not this one. This one. Okay, so I'm gonna reduce it here. Nope. The size is all right. And then I'm gonna reduce the opacity to maybe 25%. And you could put some rocks. You don't have to put it all the way down. But you can put like mainly on the edges here, for example. But then you have to complete them. Anyways, and you can do this with objects as well. So if you want to put a big rock in the right down like this, you reduce the opacity to 0.25 and then you put it like this here, and that's it. Anyways, But now you need something. On the exterior here, you're gonna put some, oops, that's wrong, some earth, right? For example. Of course, you could leave it at grass, but gives a little look. So here we did not use the path tool because this is very lame. Look at this, doesn't make any sense. So this is more for world maps and stuff. Great stuff. So now let's start with the house, the cabin. So it's a very small one. So we'll grab the wooden planks and let's take a look how it works here, if it works well. Yeah, coincidentally, I think it's all right in terms of the sizing, but if you want like smaller planks, maybe you can reduce the size here, and assuming that you want to rotate them, so you can go just like 90%, and you can even offset them differently. So yeah, that's all right. Uh-huh. And something else you can do, even you can change like this. So let's say you want something more red or even another color, you want something maybe bluish. I don't know. See, very blue or even gray. That's all right. So you have gray planks. It's not very common though. Yeah, anyways, let's just get back to this color here, but reduce a little bit the saturation. Yeah, okay. Great stuff. So now we'll put like a bed, just like a normal bed. Now, imagine if I would do this. This is gigantic bed, so maybe we take one square and we compare it. So like, I think that this should be all right, you see? Yeah, should be all right for a person to sleep here, maybe a little bit bigger. Yeah, yeah, that's all right. So you put it here, and you put this here. This is slightly big, so we can reduce it. And you put like a candle. Okay. And I don't know, you're gonna put like a table, of course, right? A table that is, yeah, that's a nice size. A chair, because this person lives alone, so this person has only one chair, so you reduce the layer, and this chair looks about a good size. Yeah, so you put it like this here. Let's put more candles in here. Oops, we need to increase the layer. Then there is a, yeah, let's put a stove. And a dresser. This is an okay size for a dresser. And lastly, a rack for the kitchen. So we'll put like this hack here where the person can have their kitchen stuff. And then we go for some, that's all right. So I'll just give a quick save since 100,000 assets were changed, not assets, but changes in general. So I will leave the details last. Okay, so there will be a few things to do. Okay, so almost there. Great stuff. Okay, so let's do the following. We'll have like a cliff here. Whoops, cliff. Whoops. So we'll have a cliff. Like where? Here. And we'll do it differently. We'll do it that way. Okay, this way here. There's a cliff. Great stuff. Okie dokie. So now we want some trees, of course. So this is a nice trick. You can take a stump. Too big, right? This is way too big. So you reduce the size here. You put it here, for instance. Then you grab a smaller one here. Another one here. And lastly, another small one here. Great. So now we'll actually grab all these ones. I think that's all right. Yeah, no need. So we come here, tray. And we will put this as, I don't know, 60% and see how that goes. Maybe less. Yep. There we go, another one. And lastly, this one. Great. So we have some trees. Okay, but this is still looking very bland. So stuff are missing here, okay? So it's like, so what we'll do is we add a rock. We'll add a rock like here. Not that big, maybe this big here. That's all right. Then we add some other smaller rocks. I think this size is about right. You make sure that this is set, and it's usually is set. And you place some of these. Maybe you want some bigger ones, so you add them as well. So that's something. Now you want some plants. There are many. I would use this one, which I like. This is a good size. You put some plants in here. Put some plants in here. You can put plants in here as well. And you put some plants around the place, okay? I'm not gonna put that many, okay? Something else that could be work nice is like bushes. So you put some bushes out as well. Oops. See? Yeah, could add more, but that's all right. I'm gonna put some flowers. You can see here. Oh, these flowers. Just a few of those here and there. Just like put some flowers here. You could even have, you know, like if you put this here, you could have you could make your own flowers like this. You go with a pot, I think, like this, and then you put your you put your flowers there. Anyways, this was not intended yet. So these here we're already filling the details, right? So what we can do here as well is like a rug, like a wolf rug. I don't know. Yeah, but then we're still missing windows. Two windows. I don't know. And let's put a third window here. Let's put actually two windows here and here. And one more. That's it. So cool. So assuming that you would like to put a towel, okay? So this is 0, 1. Let's put those two guys here as 3. Then you select a rug. For instance, I don't know, red at 2. Okay, so that's 1. That's okay. Or assuming that you do not want this color, you want a purple one. All objects have this stuff here, so you put a purple one. That's all right. Okay, but then here we're still missing some stuff. So I like to add those ones here, small rocks. I think that should be fine. Yep, I add a lot of those. Okay, so something you could do as well is use textures like I mentioned. So this texture here is nice. You could, for instance, put some rocks in here. Yeah, so you add some rocks. It's already starting to look a little bit better, but it's not done yet. Okay, so what else can you do here to make this map a little bit better? can add some light. So let's assume that we have the sun, and you see the sun is coming from here. Then you will do the following. So you have the sun coming into inside, and what you do is, well, since this is inside, you can put some shadows, but not too much. Maybe like this. And then you select all these objects in here. And you go to darkness. Okay, great stuff. So now we'll go back here, here. And you'll do the following. That's wrong. Something is wrong here. Oh yeah, darkness. Yeah, we want a more yellow color. So there you go like that, you go like that. And then you go something else. You go for that one because there's lots of light, so you kind of do like this. Yep. So that's one thing. And then you do something else here. You grab these shadows and you will add them here on this side. Oops, this is wrong. Right. Something else you can do is the following. You can mess around these shadows here. Yeah, and move the shadow a little bit more. And take a look at this object here, this tree. Let's see if we can mess around the shadows a bit more. Yeah, it's a little bit better. Can do this for all. So shadows are actually 18, 25. And then we can do even something else here because, you know, it's a cabin. Don't need to be too perfect. Yeah. We can even darken the shadows here a little bit more. Yeah, so here now we have something that's looking already a little bit better than before. And I believe so that I've shown almost anything you needed. Now let's show something else. Let's assume that we want this to be some rock that is out of the water. So first of all, we would remove these shadows, like no shadow. Then this looks not so nice. So we go about flatten to BG. We'll have to do the following. Yeah, the problem is that texture has changed. Yeah, so that's an issue because I changed the texture right in the middle. The idea is to remove the base, but it didn't work so well. So what we can do actually is like this. We paint that back to what it was. Then we go like this. Now there is the base is a little bit hidden inside the water, so it's looks a little bit better. So this is looking better. There could be some other stuff that could be done. Add some fish inside this pond, or it's a little bit small for a pond, but anyways. Yeah, maybe add some different textures, like assuming that someone often walks here, maybe like this, from this path to the pond. So I could put something a little bit more subtle. Oops, I selected the wrong one. It's like this. Yeah, I'm gonna have to delete that. This one, like this. Can improve a little bit the opacity. Yeah, you make it a little bit more subtle. Something else that is also very nice, I'm gonna quickly show here, is can grab some lefts and check out the size. So you could go like, see, like little leaves on the ground. And something else, I like this one here as well. That looks like a good size. So let's assuming you want to put also some stuff like this here as well. So you can put those here. Yep. Yeah, so that's one. So let's save it. Last step will be to show you how to make this a night map. So we will show how we can mess around the shadows, and we will assume that the light is coming from inside. And see how that works. Even put a little moon reflecting on the pond. Good stuff. So first of all, we'll delete all light. And we will grab that, and go like this, and then this, and then we select everything and put a little bit darker. Takes some time. Great stuff. So first of all, we're gonna grab the moonlight, remove the saturation, increase the brightness, and do something like that. Very nice. Now there's that, so we will use normal light, this one here, and now change this a little bit to something less strong, because this is like candlelight. Okay, so now we will remove these objects here. No shadows. We can actually do a little bit different here. We can select each one individually, put the shadow, and then move this like here. Yep. We change the direction of the shadow. Oh, for some reason oh yeah, there you go. Very nice. Can do the same here. Oh, and then something we should do here is like we should fix this shadow on the ground, right? So we go like this, and we put it a little bit darker. See? And we remove the shadows that were there from the sun. Okay. So yeah, now you can export, and when you export, you can click on this one and save the image. Hope you liked it. See you.